and welcome back to A World Without with me, Kris.
And me, Jack. This is the podcast where we get into the hypothetical and discuss what we think would happen if something from our everyday lives suddenly stopped existing tomorrow.
Yep, and today we're taking a look at what life might be like in a world without thumbs. So, we don't often talk about the how when doing these podcasts, do we?
No, we try and avoid it.
We try and avoid it if at all costs, but today I'm diving in head first.
Oh, go for it.
How has this happened? What, have we just woke up one morning and we're all thumbless? Is there blood everywhere? Did we all buy a blender and it just had an accident all at the same time? Like, how did we lose our thumbs?
I envisage it like, you know in The Matrix where his mouth just starts like covering over and it's all gross and but then he's just got like a flap of skin over it. I imagine it's kind of like that, but it happens when we go to sleep. Like none of us see it happen.
Right.
And we just wake up and we just got like a bit of skin over where our thumb used to be. And it's just like, this would be a horrifying one to wake up to. Of all the ones we've done, this one's pretty bad, isn't it? Just wake up just, oh my God! And it's like,
But no blood, so...
No blood.
That's at least something, right?
Not
Okay,
at all.
good. All right, I was pretty much imagining the same thing. It's weird, isn't it, how... That's just how you imagine it. Always when you wake up and start your day, that this miraculous kind of missing thing happens.
Horrible way to start, eh? What, is that worse? Would you prefer to see it happen? Your thumb just slowly dissolving into nothing? I think that would almost be as horrific.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess so. Yeah, I guess, out of sight, out of mind,
Yeah, I can't decide. Both would be shocking, I think.
I just want my thumbs back, please.
Yeah. Okay, so this might sound weird, but where does your thumb start? Because, I feel like there's a couple of places it could happen. Because obviously you got your two knuckles, right? You got your first knuckle closer to your nail. It's hard to do it in a non-visual podcast, by the way.
It is.
Then you got your next knuckle. So does it drop off at that knuckle, or is it more like a straight line from the outside of your index finger down to your wrist, and there's more of your actual hand taken off, like that fleshy bit of your bottom corner of your hand is also gone?
Yeah, because that's very deceiving, isn't it? That fleshy kind of corner between your index and your thumb.
Because that moves when I move my thumb, a lot. So I almost feel like your thumb is bigger than that. Your thumb isn't just a little digit sticking out the side. It goes the whole way sort of to your wrist.
So you're wondering whether we'd have a little kind of nubbin left, or whether it's completely smooth.
Yeah. You're looking at your hand right now if you listen to this, aren't you? 100% you're looking at your hand. Yeah, I bet you are.
I'm racking my brain to think
because
exactly
I think
where
that makes
this
a
ends.
big difference. Because otherwise, say picking something up, which is one of the things obviously is going to be affected by this. I feel like you use that meaty part a lot, and that would be harder to not use. Whereas you don't have to use your thumb. You can just stick your thumb up and still grab stuff without really using your thumb. But if that meaty bit's gone as well, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe that meaty bit goes, because you say you got that first knuckle, you got that second knuckle. I almost feel like I've then got a third knuckle further down.
I didn't know if I had a weird hand. I kind of didn't want to bring it up. I was like, am I the only one with
the third knuckle?
I was like, am I the only one who got the sort of third knuckle down, near my wrist, but not actually on my wrist, slightly higher up.
Yeah. No, we've all got them, mate.
Okay, good. Yeah, I feel like maybe that is the cut-off point, that third knuckle.
Oh, using the word cut-off point is very horrible, isn't it? Yeah. That's I say there. Let's go with that for the rest of the podcast.
Okay, well then I think that makes a difference. Then picking things up, because so this morning, knowing I was going to do the podcast, I tried to do my morning routine without using my thumbs. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Picking up a cup of tea, you don't realise how much pressure your thumb is putting on the handle there to help you pick it up.
Cleaning up a cup of tea that you've spilt on the floor? How was that?
Exactly, because you weren't using your thumb. Yeah, exactly. Nightmare. Just trying to use a spoon. I had to grip it in between my two first fingers. Because you normally would you put your thumb on the top of the spoon and spoon it into your face. Now I had to sort of grip it between my fingers. It was hard. It was difficult.
The level of research we go to on this show.
Exactly. No one could ever say we don't research for this show. I spent a good 10 minutes pretending I didn't have a thumb.
So I guess that's the real sad point about this is we've not just got any old thumbs. We have opposable thumbs, right?
Sure do.
And they're special, because that's what separates us from just other mammals and stuff. Stick some thumbs on a rabbit,
they would be running Silicon Valley suddenly, you know?
pretty much, yeah. So the definition of an opposable thumb is that you can touch your thumb with your fingers on the same hand, right? So your thumb tip can meet your fingertips.
Again, I bet you're doing that at home, aren't you?
You look like some kind of crazy crab man. So pretty much that. If you want to know if an animal has opposable thumbs, imagine it operating a sock puppet. And if it can do it, it has opposable thumbs. If not, no opposable thumbs.
That's a great way to imagine it.
Right? Except one little caveat. Snakes. They do an excellent sock puppet operation.
Oh, they do.
No thumbs in sight. In fact, they probably do the best sock puppet. Kind of incredibly scary.
Yeah, could you imagine? You're like, oh, fun, cute little sock puppet. You take off the sock, there's a snake underneath. That'd be terrifying. Scare all the children.
Yeah, touche snakes.
Yeah, so I did look into who has opposable thumbs. People, firstly. Gorillas, chimpanzees, orangutans, other types of apes, the obvious ones. Then you got like koalas, pandas, possums, opossums. Don't really know what the difference is then.
One of them's Irish.
Yeah. Yeah. Certain frogs, and I was like, frogs do not have thumbs. Looked up a picture. They totally have thumbs, man.
Really? Little froggy thumbs?
Frogs have full-on only certain types, but like they have full-on like hands. It's hilarious.
So you could literally, you could be like, hey, they're the thumb frogs.
Yeah.
They're the no thumb frogs. That's a really cool way of classifying them.
And then it said birds. Now, I'm no animal expert, but I think birds are one of the furthest away from having thumbs, if I'm honest. They don't even have hands. They don't have fingers. They have wings. I think if I was to list animals with thumbs, birds would probably be the bottom of my list.
But, I mean, a bird, you could put a sock puppet on an eagle's foot, and it would do a pretty good...
Yeah, basically, that's it. It's actually on their foot. They've got like a
Wait, so that means it's a toe. It's an opposable toe.
Yeah.
Is a toe a thumb?
No, it's not.
Is your big toe a thumb?
No, it's because apparently it's actually called a hallux, the thing they have. But it's a digit they can use that kind of operates similarly to an opposable thumb. Like they can grab stuff with it and things like that. But I still don't reckon they could open a jar, could they? I'd like to see a bird try and open, the jar. And they go, honey, come open this. Like, I'm a bird, I got wings. How do you think I'm doing it?
Oh, good. So I've still got my big toe then. I'm very happy. My big toe is not a big foot thumb, a big foot thumb.
No, I don't think it's the thumb. It's the thumb of the foot, but it's not. It's not a thumb.
So in that same vein, is a thumb a finger? Do you have 5 fingers and one of which is a thumb, or are fingers and thumbs totally separate?
It is a finger, I think. It's just its own special one, isn't it?
It's my special finger.
Well, because I feel like they all have their own little names. Like you got your little finger, you got your index finger, you got your middle finger, you got your what ring finger. I couldn't remember what that was called. Then I was like, does this have a name? This one? And then you got your thumb. I think they're all fingers. They all do their own thing.
Fingers.
Yeah. But I think they. Yeah, I definitely think it's a finger. Speaking of toes, though, right? There is a man in the UK who lost his thumb. And he had it replaced with his big toe. He got his toe cut off and just stuck it on his hand.
So is he laughing right now because
he's the only one left with a thumb?
With a, in quotes, thumb,
yeah.
wink, wink. Wow, sir, we need to get you on the podcast.
And apparently he was saying people were laughing at him and stuff. So now he's going to be laughing at them. So finally it comes back around. But do you reckon all people are going to suddenly be doing that? All people are going to be like lopping off their toe to try and stick it onto their hand?
That's true. I never really considered the fact that we can change our fate by science.
Or in this world, does then you attach it to your hand, then it immediately disappears because now it's become a thumb?
As soon as it literally becomes a thumb, poof, gone.
Because then that'd be annoying. You've now lost your toe and your thumb.
I guess I'd let someone else try it first.
Okay,
see how they get on.
Yeah. see if the guy who's had his toe thumb, see if he's still got his thumb. And if he has, we're all good.
Yeah, it'll be the first person I'll call.
But that does raise the point. Like, do you reckon prosthetic thumbs will become a thing, and are they allowed? Like, could I get a new fancy little prosthetic thing? Because I think you wouldn't even need to have surgery. You can kind of just strap something to your hand that would work as a thumb, I reckon.
Some like leather thing with some cogs in it to like help make it bend and stuff. It'd be like steampunk thumb.
Ooh, I'm liking the sound of that. I might just do it by through choice.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess again, it's a prosthetic thumb? Is that not still a thumb?
Oh, because I think there's a difference as well. Like, I don't imagine this prosthetic one I can control properly in the same way. Like, I don't imagine I could like bend it, but I could probably move it through like moving the rest of my hand and stuff. But I think because I think a lot of what the thumb serves as purposes is just like to just press stuff with or use as pressure to be able to pick stuff up.
It's like a backboard kind of thing to push against.
Obviously, there's benefits to being able to have some more flexibility with it, but I think a lot of the problems we face day to day would be just like it's just not being there, like not having to push it against stuff. And
you got your other hand.
Well, yeah, but trying to pick everything up with two hands is inconvenient. Like try and pick up your cup of tea just in between your two hands, like you throw it all over your face.
It makes you feel like a giant pair of chopsticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare the thumb war officially over. Finally. Ended in a truce. But is it a truce if everybody dies?
Do you reckon any of these people lost their thumbs in the middle of a thumb war?
That would be terrible, wouldn't it?
Who wins? Who's declared the winner?
I guess they just shake hands. Can you shake hands?
I hadn't even thought of that. I'm just trying to shake my own hand here. It doesn't really work. Both my hands go opposite ways. I reckon it would be weird to shake hands with someone without a thumb.
You might just have to do like little like finger like that instead. You're doing that at a proper meeting or a funeral or something like, I'm sorry for your loss.
Or maybe it'd be more like, again, this doesn't work visually, but like a more like you slap the hand and slap the back of the hand as you go back forward, like more like a cool little handshake like that. I think it'd be a lot more like, we'd have to come up with a new standard way of greeting people that isn't a handshake.
That's very true, yeah.
Fist bump. Fist bumps always work.
Good old fist bump. Still got a fist.
Yep.
Still bump 'em. Thumb does nothing in a fist bump.
If anything, it's in the way. If anything, fist bumps become a lot easier and better without it.
Yeah. Do you know how long the thumb wars have been going on for?
63 years.
Close. 84 years.
Can you imagine if I got that right?
Which makes it the 73rd longest war in history.
Hold on. Are you imagining that the Thumb War is one actual whole war, not localised little battles?
They call it the Thumb Wars. I mean, you know.
No, I don't think no one calls it the Thumb. Have you seen what's going on in the Thumb Wars lately? No, you call it a Thumb War. It's a localised event. They're not all connected to each other. Because who's fighting who? What thumbs are on which side?
Well, this is true, yeah. I mean, can you imagine if your own thumbs started fighting? That'd be inconvenient.
Again, impossible to give yourself a thumb war. They go the opposite way. I've just tried it. One's up, one's down. It's impossible to give yourself a thumb war properly.
Great, so we're biologically unable to thumb war ourselves. That's good.
Friendly fire.
Friendly fire. Have you ever participated in a thumb war?
I have. I was pretty good, if I was to say so myself.
Really? See, at school and stuff, I'm assuming.
I've had a thumb war or two.
You're a veteran.
Yourself? You big into your thumb warring?
No. I try to keep out of trouble.
Pacifist.
First it's thumbs, then it's fisticuffs.
Yeah.
It escalates.
I think that gets you banned from the thumb wars. Actually, if you stop punching people, I think that's a.
Well, this is the thing. I've seen people thumb warring before, and they get all their hands in, they're twisting their arms around, and so it's not on. It's about the thumbs, people.
Oh, you reckon? So you wanna change the whole thumb war industry? You reckon fixed arm
thumbs?
Are there?
Yeah.
I mean, there obviously will be, but so there's like I presume a national thumb war tournament or something.
Oh yeah,
100%. Right? Are there rules like that? Or like like with arm wrestling, you can't like bend your wrist and things like that, or.
I think it's very similar rules to arm wrestling, actually. I reckon they do it in the same venue, next to each other. They just bring, all right, the thumb wrestler people are out, bring in the arm wrestlers. Right. It's just all connected.
Then they work their way up. So it's thumb wrestling, arm wrestling, real wrestling. It's like support acts of each other. Support acts the thumb wrestling, then you got the sub headline, which is the arm wrestling. Final big showdown, WWE come in, The Rock comes out. It's
yeah, that's how they start.
Never thought what a support act to a wrestling match might be. That's a perfect one, isn't it?
Now we know. Bit of good news though. No human has ever died from participating in a thumb wrestling match.
So even though it's the longest war, one of the longest wars, it has the least amount of casualties.
The least amount of human casualties, yeah. I'm sure there's been some broken thumbs and stuff like that.
I thought you were going to say, what, some animals getting hurt?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, have you ever thumb warred a whale?
I think that'd win.
You're going to get injured.
Hold on, I don't think whales have thumbs.
Touche, okay, yeah. Someone has dislocated their knee, though, in a thumb wrestling match, which I don't understand how that's happened.
Yeah, I'm no thumb wrestling expert, but they're doing that wrong.
This is why I've kept out of them, dangerous. Very dangerous stuff.
And any more great thumb war facts? It seems like you're full of them. God.
I was thinking about the guy that invented it 84 years ago, and how, there's all these world championships about it and stuff now. People playing it all the time. He gets nothing. He gets no royalties. He doesn't get any fame, fortune. He doesn't even get a mention.
Well, I mean, isn't that like all sports? I don't know who Mr. Football. I don't know who invented football. I don't think he's getting money, is he? Still, I don't think you can patent sports.
No, I guess not.
Can you?
But
that's the question. Can you patent a sport? You can't stop people kicking a ball about. You can't be like, that was my idea, mate. You can stop that.
Yeah. I didn't actually write the guy's name down who invented thumb wrestling, so he's still no fame or fortune.
I was going to say, you're complaining about him not getting any fame. We're directly talking about the guy who invented thumb wars, and you don't even credit him.
Well, he did start a war, so war criminal here. I'm not gonna give him any more time of day.
Bold claim, you're calling the inventor of thumb wars a war criminal. I think that's libelous, mate. Actually, hold on. I think I mean slander. Is it which one's which? One of them's written down.
I think libel is written, slander is
okay.
said.
Sorry,
and either
you're
way,
slandering the man.
I apologise. I take it back. You got great thumbs. I don't know.
I don't think that's what he wanted, but okay.
That's all he wanted in life, was someone to tell him his thumbs were great.
Mate, yeah, maybe he was just really proud of his thumbs. He just like, thumb war, anyone? Anyone want a thumb war? Anyone want a thumb war? Just like to show off my thumbs. Anyone for a thumb war? Speaking of sports, lots of sports involve like throwing things, and throwing things, I feel like, uses your thumbs. Like try throwing a dart into a dartboard accurately without using your thumb, mate.
Oh, you're asking for trouble there, aren't you?
Yeah. NFL or American football, try, quarterback. Oh, it's going to have a hard time throwing it, like 60 yards or whatever.
Because you got to put the spin on it as well, haven't you?
Well, exactly. Baseball. I feel like baseball's closest to being able to use your thumb, but again, I feel like you really use that meaty part of your hand.
Yeah.
To, help throw.
Bowling.
Oh, bowling.
A lot of people broken toes.
Oh, for a second I was like, what do you mean bowling? How's it affect? But a big way, in a big way. Quite fundamentally, but you don't have to bowl like children do, where you kind of just like push it. Imagine seeing like these pro bowlers just like hoofing it down.
Yeah.
The thumbs up, the humble thumbs up. What symbol do we use instead? Like a lot of the symbols you use to show something being good, like use your thumb, like the OK symbol.
I was going to suggest that, but you're right. Totally uses the thumb. Without it, it makes it look like you're just showing that you've got an injured hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something.
Shaka. Like the one, if you don't know what that is, like you're putting a phone to your head. Thumb and little finger outstretched. Can't use that either. That's a pretty one to. I'm all good, man. No, can't use that. We do have maybe rock horns.
Rock horns. That works.
Peace
symbol's a good one.
Yeah.
Although I feel like I need to hold my fingers down using my thumb.
Oh, you're so right.
Otherwise, it just becomes awkward.
It really does. I was thinking maybe we rebrand the middle finger.
Now you're talking my language.
Got a lot of negativity in it, like the middle finger, throwing it up with so much aggression. Let's just chill out. Let's be nice about it. Let's maybe make that a good thing, right? Just like, oh, how you doing? Middle finger up.
Hi, Nan.
Hi, Nan. Oh, great, thanks. Because I don't feel like people use the middle finger as much anymore. I don't feel like that people go around maybe just people didn't like me when I was a child. I don't know. I just feel like people used to use the middle finger a lot more. But I just.
Well, apparently the thumbs up is rude in places around the world as well. So,
but is it? Because I kind of remember reading that used to be the case, but it's become such a globalized thing that now it's no longer, because they're like, okay, we get it. He's not being rude. He's just one of them.
I don't know. As far as my research went, Iran, Greece, Russia, Sardinia, and parts of West Africa consider it as rude as the middle finger. That was what I read on the internet.
Okay, if we got any listeners from any of those places, would you be offended if I gave you a thumbs up more than a middle finger? Or the same?
Are we talking the old middle finger or the new middle finger?
Oh, because I think that'll be the problem with rebranding the middle finger. There is a horrible transition period there where people have not yet found out that is the new thing.
There'll be people doing it in anger, and then the other people will be going, "Oh, thank you," and they'll be going, "No, actually, I meant."
We're good then. No, we're not good. And then other people you're just trying to be nice to, and they're like, "Well, okay, then I thought we were friends."
Is it better to lose a positive gesture or a negative gesture?
So I just think we should be nice, man. It's good to lose the negative one. Let's get rid of the negativity. Let's make it something nice.
Okay, so that's why you trade in the
Yeah.
middle for the thumb. Okay, I can get on board with that.
Good.
We actually have our thumbs to thank for the gift of language itself.
Shame we can't give them a thumbs up, innit?
Absolutely, I know. That's the first thing I want to give my language.
No, I say give the thumbs a thumbs up for giving us language.
Right, the thumbs get their own thumbs, but you can't thumb up your own thumb.
Well, I can thumb up my other thumb.
With your other
and then my other thumb, I thumbs up that one.
But it's a consensual thing. That's quite nice.
This podcast really would work so much better with visuals, I can tell you that.
People can imagine. I'm sure people are doing it at home as well. If they're not, they're dead inside. It was because we first learnt to hold things, right? When we first could hold things, that mean it freed our mouth up to do other stuff, such as language. Before we were going around holding, sticks in our mouth. But then, hey, look, I can hold this with my opposable thumbs. Well, my mouth's bored now. What shall I start doing? Oh, blah, 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 blah. And then you start chatting, and that's how language was born.
Are you trying to suggest that language and thumbs came around at the same time? Because I feel like we had thumbs a lot longer before we started talking. I mean, a lot longer.
I mean, don't take it up with me. Take it up with Lauren Fishman, a New York medical director that has been quoted saying exactly this, right? They said, some say this is why we have language, because we can hold things in our hands and therefore use our mouths for something else. They followed it up there with a fun little quip. Such as discussing the functions of the thumb. And I imagine them doing a little giggle at the end of that line.
Yeah, I don't agree with Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne? Is it
Lawrence Fishburne.
I don't trust him at all. What does he know? He's not a medical man.
No, Lauren Fishman.
Oh, Lauren Fishman. Sorry, Lauren Fishman, not Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah, I mean, they're probably more knowledgeable on the subject than I am, obviously. But I just feel like we know that like apes and gorillas and monkeys and other types of things like that have opposable thumbs, and they don't talk.
Yet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's a very long time between thumbs and talking. They are not directly linked to each other.
But the monkeys are on their way. If they were still holding things in their mouth, they're never going to get there.
I'm not on board with this at all.
Well, if you don't want to thank a thumb, then you can sit down, my friend.
I mean, I like thumbs, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think they're useful for us being able to talk. I just feel like it's irrelevant.
Sign language.
Right, you're saying thumbs are relevant for talking because of sign language. I get it. Yeah, I mean, how much sign language involves a thumb?
I'd say 20% of it.
Isn't that a really rude one where you put your thumb inside your other fist and like pull it out? Isn't that something really rude in sign language? I probably just sworn to someone. I'm very sorry.
You did.
I just audio described some swearing.
But aren't people that need sign language people that have struggle hearing or are deaf? So then they wouldn't have heard you anyway.
They would not listen to a podcast, would they? This is not their medium. But I guess someone who understands sign language but isn't deaf. I've just sworn to.
You have. And they're the people that we should be giving the thumbs up to, if anything.
Yeah, not the thumbs out of the fist to.
No. Bad news for the glove industry.
Yeah.
They probably get twice as much use out of a glove now, right? You could wear it both ways round. Now our thumbs are gone, our hands are more symmetrical. You could double-side the gloves.
Maybe, but I do feel that gloves still would have a way round. Like, my little finger's a lot smaller than my index finger, so I feel like if I was to wear a glove the wrong way round, I've now got a really floppy bit on my little finger and a really tight one on my index finger.
True, but people's fingers are such different length that I think gloves, naturally anyway, are much more evenly...
There aren't many people, I think, their little finger and their index finger are the same size. That would be a weird hand.
It's not far off, I mean...
Isn't it? I need to look at your hands.
I can wear a glove back to front and it would work without a thumb.
Mine is almost half the length of my index finger.
Oh my goodness. Wait, hang on. We got this problem with thumbs. Where are you measuring it from?
Oh, I'm measuring... yeah, because I guess the actual join to my hand is a lot lower down.
Yeah, you're not taking into account for your hand.
Yeah, but then the glove
angle.
still. Then the angle of the glove would still have to change. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't feel that... I don't think a glove is reversible. It's obviously more reversible, yes. But it's not completely... I still think there would be a distinct left and right of gloves.
Okay, so maybe the glove industry's fine? I mean, they've got they got to change their molds.
I mean, look, they give us fingerless gloves. So, I mean, they probably just cut all the thumbs off it, and then we're still good.
You got an extra glove. Yeah. every 4 gloves they used to have, they now got 5.
Yeah, they're loving it.
Great news for the glove industry. Booming.
Because I reckon you could still charge the same price for a glove without a thumb, and now you've just got extra gloves.
They're loving life. Could you start selling gloves singularly?
Why? We still have 2 hands, mate.
We do still have 2 hands, that's true.
So why would you buy a single glove?
Because you've only got you're Michael Jackson.
Right, we go. But why would they start doing that? Like, what has changed to make him so... Everyone... Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot about this world. It's a world without thumbs where everyone turns into Michael Jackson. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, there was a cameo there on the... Did you not hear me say that in the intro?
I didn't hear that bit. Sorry, I must not have been paying attention.
If the front of your left hand without a thumb is very similar to the back of your right hand without a thumb.
Yeah,
Okay.
you still have 2 hands, though, so you still need 2 gloves.
All right, but what if I go out and I get a hole in one of my gloves? I don't want to go and buy another pair. I just want to go and buy a singular glove.
But this is true for normal gloves. The thumb doesn't change any of this. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can get a hole in one glove currently, Kris, and still need to buy 1 glove. They do not sell singular gloves. This has nothing to do with thumbs.
Maybe gloves are always sold singly. They're just forever on a buy one, get one free offer.
We'll never know, I guess.
You can't dispute that, can you? That shut you up.
I honestly can't dispute that. Texting? Big thumb use, isn't it? Big thumb use. We're all going to have to text like my mum. Just one finger at a time, the index finger. Just take forever.
Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as... I mean, if you get used to that, it's not too bad.
No, I mean, like keyboards still work, like computer keyboards still work, because like we don't really use... I started questioning myself here. You don't use your thumb on a computer. You don't like use your thumb to press the spacebar or anything, do you? Am I?
Yes, that's exactly what I do.
Oh, do you? See, I never, ever use my thumb. I would never use my thumb on a spacebar. But then I started being like, because obviously no one uses their thumbs when typing on the keyboard. And I was like, hold on, maybe they do.
I don't think I use it for any other key. It's just the spacebar.
Yeah.
Because my thumb's not as good at, like, going to a specific key, but the spacebar's nice and big. They thought about
But do you think anyone out there types on a keyboard using their thumbs?
Just their thumbs only.
Their thumbs only. Like, no, not any of their fingers. But just like the way that people use one index finger to type on a phone, they just use their thumbs to type.
Maybe. It feels like you're really, like, being, like thumbs down, like, bad. Like, no.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's... But I think texting becomes a problem. Like, texting just with fingers is so much harder. Or do you think we'd adjust quite quickly?
You've got a smartphone in front of you right now, right?
Yeah.
Try picking up your phone without your thumbs right now. Even that is difficult. Yeah. Just picking the phone up.
I almost dropped it. And then I had to, like, throw it into my fingers, then press that, then type in with one... it'd be so awkward.
It's difficult. It's like trying to pick up a Dorito with a fork or something. It just doesn't make logical sense.
Can't say I've ever tried that.
You can imagine.
But saying it's trying to do that thing with the thing I think I've also never tried is not helpful.
Not a very good comparison, is it?
Yeah. Video games as well. You know, use your thumbs a lot on video games if you're using a controller. You know, we'll have to... Did you ever have one of those, like, Olympic games where you have to, like, run really fast? You have to press 2 buttons really, really quickly. And so you use your...
Oh, you got to be like, XO. Oh, yeah, man.
And so you use your 2 index fingers because it's the quickest way to do it or whatever. Or you, like, hold the controller with... Maybe we'd have to start doing that just for all games. Just have to start holding the controller really weirdly and, like, using weird different configurations.
You're right. The thumb is the most used thing on a game console controller.
So maybe this, again, PC games become more dominant because, you know... Keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, you can mostly do all that. Or VR games, really, like, no controller at all.
True.
Do you ever use your nose with your phone? If you're wearing, like, gloves or something and you need to you just, like, boop, use your nose to operate your phone? You've never done that?
I don't think I have any dexterity in my nose. I wouldn't know what I was typing. It'd be a nightmare. I couldn't unlock my phone with my nose, so then I couldn't get into it.
I can unlock my phone without using any buttons or anything. I've got face recognition.
Oh, aren't you fancy? Well, look, not all of us live in the future, right? So, no, I can't use my nose on my phone because I don't have a fancy phone.
I bet there must be people out there that have been wearing gloves before and something's come up on their phone and they've just been like, I just need to answer that call or something.
Maybe I should have got good at doing that because in Canada, honestly always just taking my gloves off to like change the song I was listening to or whatever, and it's a nightmare.
You could just boop with your nose.
Because like you can get those gloves which like still work, like your fingers still work through them.
Yeah.
But they don't do them in like big like winter glove forms. And obviously in Canada you need like big winter gloves. So I was always having to take my gloves off, and that was really annoying. So maybe I should have got better at using my nose. I could have done with that tip a few months ago, mate.
Sorry, I didn't think. Do you think maybe we'd start learning to count in base 8 now? Because obviously we count in decimal at the minute, base 10, because we've got 10 fingers, so it's easy to calculate things as a kid.
Well, don't they say that base 12 would be like the actual ideal number to count, base to count in?
Yeah, they say that maths makes it way easier.
And we could do 12 with just using our hands 3 times. Fours, fours, and fours.
Oh, so you'd need an extra hand without thumbs, and then you got the perfect amount. So a foot? No.
Maybe this would be the push we needed to start counting in base 12.
Maybe, yeah. Because I don't think base 8 octal is what it's called is very good at all. It's quite confusing. Except, actually, can you count in octal?
What, as in 8, 16, 24, 32?
No. Like count from 0 in octal.
What do you mean?
So it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, and it just goes like that.
That's horrible.
Isn't that horrible? It's weird.
I didn't think that's how that worked then, because how does 12 work then? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... 10, 11, 12, 13... No, that doesn't...
No. I think you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10A, 10B, 11, 12... I didn't research base 12. I don't know. I just looked up octal.
I just didn't think I didn't think it changed counting.
Apparently that's how you count in octal. Well, that's one of the ways anyway. So...
Oh. No, that does make sense.
It's kind of weird not having like an 8 and a 9 though. Isn't it? How do you call the police?
Oh, no. You just like go, you're being attacked or something. You're just like, I've got to call the police. Oh no, we're in octal.
Darn, my thumb's missing. That's what this has led to. You can't phone the police because you're thumbless.
So that's what we've learned. From losing our thumbs, we'd end up not being able to call the police.
Even if you use your nose.
There we go. That's not a stretch.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right though. You said it before. Computers use base 16, 32, 64 and that, which are all multiples of 8. So that actually does work quite nicely. If we learnt to count in octal, we would understand computers a little bit better. Might be the start of like the robot uprising or something, mightn't it? Maybe the robots got rid of our thumbs. That's why they turned all our blenders on, to get rid of them, so that we could speak computer, so that they could
and be able to communicate with them a bit better. Why don't they just learn our language? So that's a very British-centric thing to say, isn't it? That's such a British mentality. Just learn our language, won't you? God, I don't want to have to learn something else.
Coming over here with your circuit boards and your base 8.
Coming over here with your ones and zeros. Oh, sick of it.
Taking all our jobs, literally.
Turning on our blenders. Sick of them.
Fun little fact about octal. We are 33 years old in octal.
Oh, mate, don't. I already feel like I'm getting too old. Don't do this to me. Don't do that to me. I hit my 30s, I didn't realise.
We're a fun little fact. We're 1B in hexadecimal.
Oh,
so
okay.
Does that brighten your mood a little?
Yeah, much younger I sound. Only just hit 1.
Hitchhiking. Going to be a bit difficult now.
Yeah.
Thumbing a lift. How'd that ever become like a known thing around anyway? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
People just driving along being like, oh, look, those walkers are very friendly, aren't they? Look at them thumbing. Bye, walkers. And then they're gone. I mean, how did it...
I feel like it makes much more sense to like give like a driving mime. Just like, imagine me, point to you and drive. You drive me.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So I would have no idea otherwise. Oh, thumb up. I'll just, thank you. Good day to you too, mate.
That's true. Unless you're in one of them countries where they think the thumbs up is really rude, in which case, no wonder you're not getting picked up.
Oh, mate, never thought about that. Don't try to hitchhike in Greece. Do not try to hitchhike in Greece. Good God. Get stuff thrown at you. You've been kicked out of the country. Do you think it comes from like, because some people just hold a sign for where they want to go. Right, imagine you're holding a sign, but then you've got your thumbs up as well. You get rid of the sign, you've just got 2 thumbs up there, haven't you?
That's true.
That's how it started. Someone just like, I forgot to bring a sign, so I'm just going to mime holding a sign for where I want to go.
And they'll get the point.
And they'll get the idea, I want to go somewhere. There we go, hitchhiking. Then they got tired of holding out both, just dropped to the one. And then like one time he was slightly obscured by a tree, so he just stuck it out a bit. And then now we got the hitchhiking side. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how the hitchhiking symbol came to be.
That is the history of hitchhiking.
Have you ever hitchhiked?
I've never hitchhiked. I've never is hitchhiked the verb to use?
Yes.
I have not. I know for a fact you have.
Yeah, I had to do it a lot when I lived in Canada. It's the only way I got to work and to the ski resort.
You got any fun hitchhiking stories?
Well, because obviously it was snowy a lot when we were there. I had a guy that was driving down from the resort at like a ridiculous speed, and we literally were drifting the whole way down. Don't get me wrong, he was a sick driver, but I definitely thought I was going to die. Because you can't get in someone else's car who's giving you a lift for free and be like, "Do you want to just slow it down there, pal?" Like you have to just be like, "Thanks for the lift. I hope I don't die." My God. It was pretty terrifying. I had a guy who was definitely drunk as well.
Oh no, and you didn't know that until you'd got in the car.
People just really didn't care there, eh? But no, everyone was always, because I think the sort of people who pick people up tend to be really nice. Like they're obviously a friendly person if they're like willing to give someone a lift, go out of their way to do that.
Or a murderer.
Or a murderer. Luckily, never encountered those. But yeah, they were all lovely people. Actually, you do get some people who just don't say anything, and it's like, why did you pick me up? Like you obviously don't want company, mate.
Their desire to help somebody out is greater than their dissatisfaction of small talk.
I guess so. Yeah, I want to be nice, but I just can't be bothered to socialise. I don't have a problem with it. It feels like a weird thing. Just like, oh, there we go. I'll pick this person up. Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've only ever had good experiences from hitchhiking.
Except for the drunk person and the person that
it was fun though, wasn't it?
You.
It was fun. There's just people who have that party trick, isn't there, where they can bend their thumb back and touch their wrist, right? And I do very heavily put party trick in inverted commas because it's a bit rubbish, isn't it? But anyway, they're going to be annoyed because their one party trick's gone.
That's true.
Can't do that anymore. Can't freak people out by doing weird things with your thumb.
Have to learn some other trick, mate. Something that actually helps humanity, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, you.
Yeah,
idiot.
Finally. Somebody's finally said it. I'm glad this has finally come out now. All these podcasts have gone by, and I've wanted to have a go at these party people. And until now, we haven't found a way to dig at them.
Yeah.
But finally.
Well, I'm glad. So yeah, just get a better trick, guys. Learn a skill. Learn to juggle or something. I don't know. Do something that'll actually impress me. Not a weird thing you were just born with.
Just like, look, I can do that. Took no practice or anything.
No dedication or skill. Rubbish.
Can you think why losing our thumbs might help out the environment a little bit?
I wish I had a funny answer to this, but I'm just going to go with no.
Okay. Still quite funny. I'll tell you the answer. Nail polish causes a bunch of pollution.
Is it?
Yeah, and the
production of nail polish or just having nail polish on you?
It's just very chemically. So,
right.
That has to go somewhere later, down the toilet or whatever, into the sea.
So we're using 1/5 less nail polish, is that what you're saying, basically?
Yeah, we're using slightly less of it. And equally, the thumb's quite a big nail, so you're probably using a little bit less than that even.
Percentage-wise, probably, yeah. A little less.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. Did you ever suck your thumb growing up?
I did.
Actually, weirdly, I've got written down here, did you ever suck your thumbs growing up? Which I know what you mean, but I can just imagine both of them at the same time. Just double thumbing it.
It's actually a really good point, though, because I did only suck one of my thumbs. I would never suck the other one.
I think most people do. I think most people have a preference.
But mine wasn't just mine wasn't like, I've got to suck the other thumb now. This is annoying. It was like, I wouldn't do it. It was one thumb or nothing.
Well, I still think that's a preference. It's just that you never came into contact with a situation where your other hand wasn't available. It's like, I'd love to suck my right thumb, but unfortunately he's busy, so I'm just going to have to stick with what I mean?
You're right.
I've lost track of where he's gone. I misplaced my right thumb somewhere, so the left one will have to do. He's always there, isn't he? So it's always up for a good time.
Old reliable, is what I call him.
How old were you when you stopped sucking your thumb? 23?
Yeah, I was 1B years old. No, I think I was about 3 or 4.
Oh, okay,
maybe.
that's acceptable.
I did it. I was probably average at stopping, but I don't think I ever really had like a dummy or anything like that. So
you're blaming your mummy, really, aren't you?
blaming my mum. Give me a dummy, mum, and then I wouldn't have been sucking my thumb. Man, this sounds like some kind of diss track.
It is. We've got to someone put a beat to that.
Did you ever suck your thumb?
I don't think I did, no. Never got into the old thumb sucking business. No.
Yeah, well, it was a tough old trade, that's for sure. Not much money in it. Not any money in it, actually.
It'd be weird if there was. Oi, boy, suck your thumb, I'll give you £10. Going up to a 4-year-old, giving him money to suck her thumb. That is weird.
That is weird. That is weird.
Glad there is no money in it, if I'm honest.
It does ruin your teeth, though, sucking your thumb.
Does it?
Yeah, it pushes your front teeth out forwards.
Did you have to have braces then?
I did have to have braces. I don't think it was because of my thumb sucking. I think I stopped early enough. I just had bad teeth. Just all over the place.
Don't we all?
Well, not anymore, no.
Oh,
I had braces.
I do. I never got around to having braces. Maybe I should have sucked my thumb, but I'd have needed braces and I sorted out these horrible teeth.
There we go, yeah. Make them dodgy early enough and then smooth sailing for the rest of your life.
Lesson learned.
Fun little fact. On average, there's nearly twice as many thumbs in the world as there are humans.
Not exactly. Or do you reckon it averages out? People with 2 thumbs, people with no thumbs?
I think there's way more people with less thumbs than there are with 3 thumbs.
I reckon there's at least a couple out there.
I could count the amount of people with extra thumbs on one hand.
Without a thumb. Well, there we go. I think that'll do us for today. Hope you enjoyed listening.
Yep, let us know your thoughts about a world without thumbs. Are there any extra weird side effects that you can think of that we didn't mention?
Yep, you can tweet us at Kris and Jack. That's Kris with a K. Give us a little thumbs up. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.